Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
And 15 PCA.
Native 454.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast. And we had the new How to Train Your Dragon trailer, How to Train Your Dragon in the Hidden World. So this will be the third film?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was 2 TV shows, right?
There was 2 TV shows, plus they had the first movie, and then the second movie, 2 TV shows, now this one.
I'm not the hugest fan of this franchise, but this trailer looked great.
Oh, very great.
No one does a flying scene like DreamWorks. Man, they do the flying scenes.
From the first 3 trailers, this is by far the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really good.
And I like the fact that the characters are grown up. He's a man.
Yeah.
And, everyone's going to him and Astrid together and everything. I like that. I like the idea that...
they're both equal.
Yeah. And there was some serious action in this trailer.
It was pretty
His
cool.
armor and his flaming sword... I mean, they called him Dragonborn. It's so cool. Like, he's doing cool stuff.
He's so awesome. The fact that, especially that one part of the trailer, he throws the sword down, he walks out because the dragon armor probably protects it from the fire.
It's just like walking out of the flames.
Yeah, he's all... And then Zypher's behind him.
The closest thing you see almost like a quasi-kid version of Conan Barbarian in terms of just being a cool warrior.
And it also had funny parts.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing of this movie, apparently from the trailer, is that his Toothless, the Night Fury, is a super rare dragon.
And one of his kind, at least he
thinks they find a female and it's all white, so it's a Night Fury.
Cool.
Night Fury. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then of course, he sees a girl, so Toothless is trying to impress her the way animals do. So he's doing the whole peacocking thing.
Yeah.
He looks like a moron.
She's just looking at him, kind of like,
Yeah.
what is this?
He's doing these dances and stuff.
And when I'm talking about equal, I mean they don't treat men like idiots.
Yeah.
He's treated like a cool guy, like a regular guy who knows how to fight, that wants to protect the dragons. What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
nothing.
And what I love about it too, that beginning part of the trailer when he's like, "When I was a boy, there were dragons." So it makes you think do you think they're all going to escape to this world? So no one hunts them?
What I loved about that trailer was it kind of touched my heart. It's like that scene where he puts his hand out, and then you can see that's the moment when Toothless started to trust him. It's kind of like a dog that was doesn't trust humans because it was abused or something.
Yeah,
and slowly but surely it comes along, and I love that. And the fact that the whole part of the first movie is that, you don't have to always kill everything.
Exactly.
And my most favorite part about the first movie is he sacrificed and lost his leg for what he believed in. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just, do the right thing and everything's going to be fine. No, there was a sacrifice.
Yep. And then the second film, his dad was pretty much sacrificed so that so they can win the battle. So even that's even heart-wrenching
One
too.
thing is, I'm so glad that stupid controversy didn't destroy this
because
franchise.
there was that whole thing, the best friend, the blonde, the dad's best friend, he's gay. And it doesn't have a story element. They just something that they threw out
But
there.
it almost destroyed the franchise because people just got turned off by that. Thank goodness we're past that.
I'm going to see if I can go back and find it, but the scene from the first movie when Hiccup is basically sacrificing himself and he's falling through the sky, there's a giant explosion in the background, Toothless is diving down to catch him. That scene, print it, put it on your wall, it is beautiful.
Yeah, when he's falling like this.
Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And the scenes where I guess there's a dragon hunter who, since everyone's learning to love dragons, so everyone's using dragons in their own way, well, there's going to be bad guys who are going to use dragons in a bad way.
Yep.
And this guy's hunting Night Furies. What's this guy's freaking problem? I want to hunt something to extinction. What a freaking jerk, right?
It must. That's the only thing I feel like.
Unless he's using them for something?
Yeah, I feel like that's really one-dimensional. If you think about I want to be the only one to extinguish the Night Furies.
They got to give him a backstory. Again, super generic, but make it to where his family were killed by Night Furies. So he wants to remove them from the world.
The thing is, now this is how you do a bad guy. Unlike the first 2 trailers, this is defined.
Yeah.
You know his purpose. You may not know why he's doing it, but you know he's a bad guy.
You know he's going to do it.
Or maybe because in the trailer it looks like he's using dragons too. Mm-hmm. What if he can never break a Night Fury and that's why he hates them?
There must be some reason why he's specifically targeting Night Furies.
Maybe he can never get them under his control, so he's just well then they all have to die then because I can't control them.
And going back to the action aspect.
Oh, it's amazing.
When they're I guess they're fighting off a whole flotilla, an armada of freaking ships. It is so cool. Your cannons are blowing up, dragons are flying down, shooting flames. It's so cool.
It is really cool.
It's exciting. I'm excited.
The thing is, I've never been into these movies, like I said before, into this series. But this took it to the next level. If you want to take them to the next level, they did it.
This is the next chapter in the story. He's a man. He's the one running the thing. And it kind of sounds like he knows that their town of Burke is being targeted and is telling everyone, we have to get out of here. If we want to keep these dragons free, we're going to have to escape. So I'm wondering, like you were saying, are they going to escape to this dragon world? to where there will be the minority and the dragons are going to be the majority of creatures.
Or even sadder, do you think where he has to put all the dragons there to save all of them, and then he has to leave?
Yeah, and leave the dragons behind.
Yeah, leave.
Everyone was thinking, everyone kept bringing up Bye Bye Butterfree.
Yeah,
is it going to have that scene?
It might.
Where he's going to let Toothless go and be with his family, and he'll be without it, and he'll just giving his dragon away.
So the humans will finally keep the dragon safe by having them.
Well, it's funny. There's parallels in a lot of fantasy tales where it's an older cartoon, Fly the Dragon, see it. It's excellent. And like even like Lord of the Rings, fantasy always ends. Like there always seems to be that separation where they go off to their own.
Where
and they
humans
go away.
end up being separated from like the
so
magical.
that way the man can thrive basically, and technology can start to take over.
Exactly, because they're Vikings.
Yeah.
So then that has to explain, well, why don't we have dragons now? Well, it's that final separation.
That's got to be always fantasy. Always seems to do that for some reason,
and that's why I thought it was really heart wrenching because that last time he's talking in the first part of the trailer could be the end. Where it's like when I was a boy.
He's a because they showed him with the beard.
Yeah.
So because he's starting to look more like his dad. And I'm wondering if this is going to end with him like with his grandkids. So there really were dragons, Grandpa. Well, when I was a boy, and that's how.
That's how you end it. Oh,
but I guess it's like the old fable, like you have to grow up. You know what I mean? And you put away your fantasy needs to go off into this distance. It's like it's kind of sad. That's
the end of Lord of the Rings when they took the boats and they left.
You know what would be even sadder? I thought about him telling that, and then on the mirror side it has Toothless talking to his.
Do you think Toothless does the sacrifice play? He dies, but then you find out later that his the Light Fury is pregnant. Then it lays eggs, but Toothless had to die.
Yeah.
Does he do the sacrifice play?
And you know what? If it wasn't geared towards kids, you probably could do that, or even have Hiccup die.
But that's the thing. They shown that, like in the first film, that there is sacrifice.
Yes.
I love that about the first film.
His father's
sacrifice
dead.
in the second one.
The second one, he lost his leg. And also a lovable Hiccup. He's a likable hero because he makes mistakes. He makes problems and he does his best to fix them, and he does his best judgment. I love that. You don't see that in a lot of male characters today.
And they didn't go out of their way to say he's a man and he's stupid.
That's what I said. That's what I liked about this trailer. They were both treated equally, which is fine.
And his love interest, I love it because I want to say it's in the second one where he's deciding to do something kind of like off. He doesn't want to become chief. Like he doesn't want to.
Yeah, he hates the idea of being a leader.
And she sat there and she's like, whatever decision, I support it.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really cool. I'm like, oh wow, an actual female that's like, I'm going to go for it.
Oh, you're an idiot and you're stupid. I still love you, but you're a moron.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to diminish the guy just to make yourself better.
Yeah,
you don't have to do that.
And I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. So I don't know if
it's so funny too. Is we have a situation when this trailer first dropped, all these people on the internet because Tumblr is super. They love this series.
Oh yes.
It's probably more popular on Tumblr and things like that and Twitter than it actually is in the real world. But people were actually upset that Toothless wasn't gay. Like,
really?
Of course he finds a female and all that. Well, yeah, it's called being an animal and they're a rare species. So you'd rather have the species die off so you can write your little Tumblr fanfic about Toothless being gay?
Guess what? You can still write your fanfic. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Because guess what? In the end, this is also survival of the race.
They want their fanfic to be canon.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Tumblr and these message boards. You get these fanatics who just want their stupid theory to be real.
I read a long time ago that one lady was making fun of My Little Pony. You were showing me on YouTube. Voice. Well, since I wrote it must be true.
Yeah, I know.
That's my thing.
Yeah,
I don't remember her name, but it was funny.
It's kind of sad.
Was it Sparkle something? It was something stupid. Give me Sparkle.
Give me Sparkle, yeah, it was funny.
Well, and that's the thing is that Hiccup has been trying to find more Night Furies. Like, he goes to island, mapping things out. I know it wasn't his main goal. His goal was to see where all the dragons are at. But one of his side goals was like, hopefully find some more Night Furies so he won't be the last one. And to be, like, selfish and be like, no, he should be only gay? Like,
it's so dumb. They would rather Toothless the Night Furies to die off than for him not to be gay. It's so important to them that an animal's a homosexual, then it's crazy that they would want that.
They'd rather have it go instinct.
Yeah.
Instinct, and then...
It's insane. And these Tumblr people are going nuts.
But like you said, biologically for animals... It's just like human beings. It's only 10% that are.
Sorry guys. I know you want to write your fanfic and you want it to be true. You can still do that. But this trailer was amazing.
It was great.
It balanced heartfeltness. It balanced action and comedy. Like when he's doing like the mating dance thing, and then Hiccup's like, "Yeah, that's a good move." And then you can see the Light Furies looking at him like, "What the hell are you doing?"
See, that's actually funny.
There's even that little bird that in real life there's a bird that like flips its feathers and looks like it has a big face.
Yeah.
But basically shaking his butt in front of a female. Yeah, you like this, huh? You want some of
You want some of this, huh?
It's so funny, but yeah, animals are weird.
Yeah,
it's
they like it.
And it's cute to see Toothless like, whoa, pretty girl, you know, and like kind of.
And he's like stumbling over himself,
Yeah.
and trying to sneak up on her, and then like, just keeps messing up and it's blowing up in his face.
But yeah, definitely, this trailer was great. I need to. I start asking. So you guys out in the internet world, did you guys like this trailer? I loved it.
Yeah,
out of all the trailers we watched, this one is probably top. Better than Wreck-It Ralph. Better than the Lego Movie. It's really
I've
good.
never seen any of these movies, but I might see this.
They're good. The first two films are actually pretty good.
Yes,
there was a
really
TV
good.
series that was all right.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it was on
then there was one
Cartoon
on Netflix.
Netflix,
So they kept it going, and I was surprised it's got a third film. But this looks really, really good. I just hate the fact they don't call it Part 3, just The Hidden World, but whatever.
It's okay.
That's just subtitle stuff.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.